Previously on Dumbgeons and Dragons.
As you quickly collect yourselves, you notice all of your members appear to be okay, except for Grancis. Off in the distance, you see, cresting that hill, is a sole humanoid in armor shaped as a dragon.
Let them go and leave with your lives, or me and my friend will destroy you all.
I only see one of you. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Do your worst. The black dragon circling above lets loose its breath weapon behind you, blocking your exit.
Over the hill comes a plate-armored blue dragon.
See, Grancis raises up off the deck and lets forth many lightning bolts shoot forward into each of the creatures still left standing. And all of those creatures drop to the ground dead. And you see Grancis's essence scatter. I'll always be with you. Always.
Thia finds herself a little bit more upset about Grancis than she thought she would be, but excuse me, metal-clad sir, what is your name?
My name is Sir Largart Willoden.
The rousing banter continues for quite some time. And you all decide to go your separate ways. And you all set off along the trail saying your sweet goodbyes to your savior in the dragon scale armor and head off towards the Misty Forest, back on foot as you were many moons ago. Welcome to Dumbgeons and Dragons. We are a 5th edition actual play podcast, and I am your dungeon master, Russ Moore, and with me today is Amy Moore.
Yeah!
I love this energy.
That was me being really enthusiastically excited.
I love it.
Right?
Did you watch wrestling too on the weekend?
I didn't, but I channeled my inner, I don't know.
Sweaty grapple.
Any
human.
wrestler name. I also hear Tom Laird over there.
Yeah!
And Carla Johnson.
Do it, Carla.
Oh, you guys are the best. I was having a bad night, and you guys make me so happy. Seriously. I mean, yeah, let's do this. That's what I meant.
There it is.
All right, brothers, let's get into this.
I'll tell you what, brother.
Can you smell what Paisley just did under this desk?
Yeah. Smelled like she stepped into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
What? I don't know that reference.
Randy Savage, Slim Jim.
Oh yeah, Macho Man was like the Slim Jim spokesman for a long time.
Step into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many hand movements.
Well, it's because he's all about the hands.
I was doing the hand movements too.
I felt it. It was good.
I wish we were video Skyping.
Me too.
This comes out February 14th, so happy birthday, Carla.
Oh,
Hey,
yay!
happy birthday,
It's
Carla.
my birthday!
It's your birthday.
Carla.
Your happy podcast birthday.
FYI, guys, I got Carla the best birthday present.
You did?
Yep.
Okay, Carla, take your headphones off. What'd you get her?
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. No, I'm not going to. It's going to be a surprise.
Is it a Slim Jim?
Oh, yeah!
Yes!
Carla, I'm sorry.
And we've ruined her birthday.
I love it.
What else is going on? Fan art contest. You've got 2
Yes.
more weeks to get in on that bad boy. Or
How
girl.
many entries?
4.
Nice. Those people automatically win. Get your fan art in, people.
Yeah. If we have only 5 entrants, there are only 5 prizes.
Entrance?
Oh, I don't know.
Entries?
Entrance. Entries.
Someone who gives an entry is not an entrance.
Not an entrant. An
entrant.
entrant.
An entrant, and then
Entrance.
pluralized. I think that is a word in English, Russ.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I think it sounded
That's right.
awkward.
it did. I just imagined a door.
I think Russ just didn't enunciate properly.
Hey, we always
Dumbgeons.
enunciate on Dumbgeons.
Yes,
Classic
we do.
Dumbgeons.
So yeah, all you got to do is send us a piece of fan art. Could be anything. Could be one of those pancake art things. You know, if you do those,
That would be amazing.
That would be pretty sweet.
And not too hard to do if you do the derpy dragon.
Squeeze bottle trick.
That could be good. We have stick figure entries.
Yeah.
We have a Snapchat entry. We have hand sketches.
I would like to see, like, decorating a cake.
Also would be acceptable.
I would like that.
You don't have to send us the cake. That might.
But, like, you should send us the cake. So.
But, yeah, Tom's address is...
Cake Street, Canada, 1237.
Yeah.
It'll find it.
123
Canada Post is
Yummy
good that way.
Street.
So good.
And then once you're entered, you could win one of the amazing dice bags that Amy made and a dice set from Tabletop Loot, who are supporters of the show.
What?
So if you don't win dice from them, you should go buy dice from them because they have an amazing selection of colors and designs. And use the code DUMBDRAGON at checkout at tabletoploot.com and you can get 10% off your order.
Woo!
I was totally on that site the other day, and they've got some real cool dice, y'all.
They do. I know I looked as well, and they have some real cool stuff. They don't say that they're lucky, but fingers crossed, because mine are pretty unlucky.
All the dice on their site, they have in stock, unlike some other sites that order them in, and then you have to wait extra time. They have them all there, ready to go, and they ship them to you as quick as you can so you can get rolling at your next game fast as possible. So thank you to Tabletop Loot, and thank you for supporting them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I feel like this entry thing has gone on for a long time, but, we're also on Patreon. There's extra entries for fan art over there. Check us out over there if you like what we do and want to find another way to support us. We would greatly appreciate it. Not necessary, as this show is always free, but... every little bit helps. And
although you will get the super sweet bonus episodes if you're a patron.
There are super sweet bonus episodes, which always get better and then decline a little bit and then get better.
That's how you appreciate the really good ones.
But patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, and you can check out all the rewards and tiers over there, which I have been tweaking a little bit. So there's some sweet stuff to get your hands on for being part of our community over there. And thank you to all of our patrons and listeners.
We love you.
Thanks, everyone.
I do love you. I feel like I just said to Russ the other day, I think the people that listen to our podcast are, probably the best people. Seems
It's
like
true.
it.
Like we would be friends with them, IRL.
Exactly. Real cool and super nice.
Well, after we determined that it wasn't just Russ in fake mustaches.
Well, I'm 99%
then yeah, they have to be real people.
sure that that's true.
I was accused of that.
I will hold 1% doubt that it's all just Russ trying to pump up the rest of us so we feel good about ourselves.
I mean, I try to do that enough. You guys just stop talking to me when it's just me, so I had to put on a different persona.
He's not wrong, people.
And next week, we have a big episode planned where we have the guys from American Gods Cast on, Michael and Kyle. They'll be joining us as guest stars, much like Doc did from Bros and Dragons last couple weeks.
Excellent.
They are also part of All the Best People.
Okay, I'm out of stalls. Anybody else got anything? Who's got funny jokes? No? Fuck it. Let's play D&D. Woo! You've headed off from the burning city of Daggerford with its screaming people in the building, and left the airship crashed at the side of the city, and left your new friend flying off in the other direction, and headed off towards the Misty Forest. But you've been wandering for about a day on the way to the Misty Forest, and you find yourself at the edge of the Misty Forest about nightfall. Thaddeus is with you, and he suggests that maybe we should camp here for the night before we head in there and just kind of get our wits about us.
I thought that he was taking the grungs back.
Yeah, he's there now. So let's talk about that.
That was quick.
Let's talk about that.
Thaddeus said he was going to go take the grungs back, but decided to kind of hang out. And maybe he didn't give you an exact reason why.
Okay.
Thaddeus, we're really happy to have you along. But I have to ask, where are the grungs?
The grungs are here with us.
Like in your pocket, or because there's a lot of them.
Like a satchel? Like what do you...
As you guys are asking him about various handbag attire, he pulls off his backpack and pulls out a long steel cylinder and on it, in very Grancis-like writing, it says "Grungs, good for 6 months."
Oh my god, he freeze-dried them.
And he opens it up, and you look inside, and there's their entire civilization. It looks like he shrunk them a little bit smaller, even, and made it so they could self-sustain for, apparently, 6 months. So, I thought, being that you guys are going into a bit of what could be a hairy situation, maybe I'd tag along. And he screws the top back on the lid and puts it back in his bag.
Sounds like a pretty good plan.
We'd love to have you with us.
Does anyone else imagine the grungs to be like, the sun! And then he covers it back up and they're like, ah!
Well, thank you, yes. And he goes about help setting up the fire and tents and bedrolls and everything. What are you guys doing?
I'll probably go look for food. I guess we probably took some good supplies from our crashed ship, but, we're in the woods, and that's like, I'm in my element, so sure. I'm going to go, I don't know, like not far from camp, but see if I can, like, rustle up a rabbit or something for us to eat over our fire.
Do we need firewood? Because I've got a perfectly good axe for chopping.
You can certainly chop some firewood. Thia, what are you doing?
Thea pops a squat next to the old fire there and pulls out a joint and lights her up.
And does as Thea do.
And she looks over to Thaddeus and she gestures like, huh?
And he says, no thanks. I'm good.
But you could be better.
First taste is free.
All in the eye of the beholder, I guess. I'm okay for right now, thank you. Nulara, you go off into the woods, and it's getting dark, but you go a little ways off the path. Make an investigation check.
18.
It doesn't take you long before you go into the woods and you hear what sounds like a boar not too far off the path. As you are well versed in the forest, you very stealthily sneak through the trees and come up behind about 20 yards out from a full-grown boar.
Those are very dangerous. I mean, at least in
and
the
really
human world.
big.
I don't know about in the D&D world. Tell me, is it really dangerous? Am I scared?
No, it's
I'm Nulara. I know what's going on in the woods.
So you know exactly what's going on with this boar and how best to take it down if you so desired.
I probably don't. Like, we don't have any way to preserve food. Like, it would be wasteful to kill an animal that large when we couldn't eat it all before it would go bad. I don't think I would want to. I'm looking for for a 1 meal's worth of food.
Yeah.
Like a bird or a rabbit or something.
Sure. You back off of the boar and quietly move away from it. Just roll a d20 for me.
I will. I rolled a 2, so I think it's probably going to decide to kill me now.
The boar follows you and recognizes you from its dark past.
You killed its mother.
Oh, no. I didn't add anything to that, too, but I'm sure it doesn't matter.
That's fine. That's fine. So you come across on your... as you're walking through, I'll give you a couple things that you see, and you can determine what you would stop and try to take down. Okay. You see a deer. There are a couple owls up in the trees, and you also see a few rabbits running around.
Okay, definitely a rabbit. Deer, too big. Owls, that seems fucked up for some reason. Like, I don't know.
That's with an owl. Guacamole will probably eat you.
Guacamole will not give me a ride next time. Also, they all just came from their university graduation ceremony, I assume. They're all wearing those little
on.
Exactly. So, rabbit it is. How about a rabbit?
Sure. Just make a... what are you using to take it down?
Oh, is that what... Did you mean skill or item?
Either or. Are you using your hands or are you using a weapon of some sort?
Oh my god, I'd love to watch someone try to catch a rabbit with their hands.
So there are going to be a couple more checks if that happens, but...
Yes, I have a light crossbow, so sure, let's give that a shot. I'm not going to flame sword it.
And it's cooked
Yeah,
now,
guys,
too.
it's pre-cooked. Yeah.
Exactly.
Convenience food.
So I just rolled a nat 20 on rabbit hunting.
Of course you did.
Tell me how you skillfully murder this rabbit.
I take one shot and it hits it in exactly the right place to kill it instantly so it feels no pain. Then I go collect it, say a brief prayer of thanks to the rabbit for giving its life so we could eat, and then I collect it and take it back to camp. Nulara's got mad respect for nature.
Flint, you're going to chop down some wood?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, there's lots of trees. So are you going for a big tree, a little tree? What kind of tree are you going for here?
I'm going to go for a medium plus size of tree.
All right. Give me a strength check to see how quickly you take down this piece of...
That is a 21.
Best rolls we've ever had. We're fucking catching dinner and chopping down firewood.
It takes you a couple swings, but yeah, you fell this tree and chop up what you need there and bring it back to the fire where Thia and Thaddeus are just sitting, waiting. He hops up and he says, "Oh, good, the firewood. I'll get started on the fire." So Thaddeus goes and starts.
Are we
up
all
the
back here now?
fire. Yeah, everybody's back.
I look at Nulara and I go, "Only one rabbit?" I have the munchies.
You'll be fine. We have lots of other supplies from the airship.
Fair enough.
I pass her a bag of cheesies.
That's what rations means. I get you.
Yeah,
Cheesy poofs.
I
Yeah.
look at them and go, I wish they were Cheetos.
So yeah, Thaddeus goes and he starts the fire and everything gets cooking there and
So wait, Thaddeus started the fire?
I don't know. He hopped up because he was tired of sitting in awkward silence with Thia and came over and grabbed some wood from you.
Well, we didn't start the fire.
But was it always burning since the world was turning? Thank you, Amy. Thank you for playing along with me.
I totally caught on. Wait, Thaddeus started. I was like, oh, well, we didn't start the fire.
And he is...
Just moving along.
Everybody's sitting around and Thaddeus pipes up and he says, how long have you guys been around with Grancis?
It seems like forever. You know, Grancis is one of those guys that just, it doesn't matter how long you're with him, it just seems like eternity.
And then
God rest his soul.
Then it's gone all too fast, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Thea gets a little nostalgic. She's like, remember that time he served us mashed potatoes and we all shrunk?
Oh, I
boy,
do remember that.
Boy, do I. What a fun adventure that was.
Yeah, he had a knack for messing up spells, didn't he?
Well, sure saved our ass at the end.
That he did.
And the airship came in really handy a lot of times. He was a good guy. We weren't with him too long, and even in the time we knew him, we didn't spend a lot of time with him. He kind of just picked us up and shuttled us around, and that's mostly it, except for that whole mashed potato grung thing.
Well, I spent some more time with Grancis. We had a bit of a falling out. Yeah, we traveled a lot back, well, when I was more your ages of sorts. We had a team of adventurers, you could say, who went on missions not unlike yourself. Not quite to the scale that you guys are doing here with the world saving, but I remember a time we were in the thick of a large battle with some goblins. We were supposed to go stop this tribe of goblins from wrecking this little civilization, this little settlement that was having problems with them. It was supposed to be an easy in, force them out job, that sort of thing, but their colony was much bigger than what we had been let on, and we found ourselves with our backs against the wall, and then out of nowhere, Grancis remembers that he can polymorph things, and he polymorphed our fighter. What was his name? Romaine Broadsword. Polymorphed him into a T-Rex. Just right there. Should have seen the look on those goblins' faces.
So awesome.
A T-Rex, you say?
Yeah.
I have a little question.
Yeah.
Now, we know that Grancis could do some awesome stuff.
Of course.
And he always had the best intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mr. Broadsword ever make it back to his original form?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
I was wondering
Because we met
exact
some
same
dinosaurs
thing, Thia.
before.
We met a cool T-Rex, and I thought, it's a pretty small world. It'd be pretty crazy if that T-Rex I made friends with was actually Grancis's old friend that he didn't morph back.
No, yeah, I mean, he morphed back pretty soon after that. I mean, what happened between polymorphings later? I mean, I suppose anything is possible, but no, Romaine, he turned back just as you do after a polymorph spell, and he told that story a lot.
And was it just the three of you, or was there other adventurers in your group?
No, we had a team of 8.
Whoa.
Of us.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
Proud.
That's a lot.
Yeah. The strength in numbers, as they say. But yeah, we had a well-versed crew who went out a lot of the time, and
You guys ever fight a dragon?
yeah, we've fought a dragon before.
Did you win?
Well, we got away.
Hey, that's
That's something.
Not dying. So win in my column.
Yeah. I hear you guys have been going up against some dragons. Well, obviously we have,
yeah.
because that was yesterday, but
Well, yeah.
aside from
But others as well. Thought you might have some hot tips, some hot dragon killing tips, but guess not. Guess not.
don't use your things that require saving throws. Or just use lesser things with saving throws and save your big stuff to the end.
Solid
That's a good
advice.
way to... What's a saving throw, I mean? I don't know. Just had a weird flash of things.
Some divine inspiration.
Thia says, "Oh God, sorry," and fixes her top.
So,
Hasn't been a boob or a dick joke yet.
yeah, it's true, and we're really far in, so it was good. He needed to get it. Thaddeus, how long you think you're going to stay with us? Do you have a plan, or are you just going to see how it goes?
No plan. I came with you guys to help Grancis with the grungs, but seems that our path has taken us, brought us together for what's to come in this cult of the dragon battle that we have going on here. So I'll stick with you until it seems that I should go somewhere else,
What?
or you have enough with me.
Hey, if we could
seem
keep
cool.
Grancis around for as long as we did, I think you're all right.
Speaking of Grancis, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, because I'm just being snoopy, but why'd you guys have a falling out?
No, it's fine. It's fine. We were on another job. This was, I don't know, 30 years ago or so. And it wasn't looking good for us. And Grancis, in his haste, miscast a spell, a lightning bolt spell, and it instead targeted our team, as well as the foes we were fighting. It was a group of orcs and bugbears, and I was the only one that survived. And after that, I just couldn't trust them anymore.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
That seems, well, first of all, terrible. I'm sorry, but that is certainly a thing to end a friendship over. But then you decided to help him with the grungs anyway? I guess it had been a long time, but...
It had been a long time, and I'm a man of faith. I've been holding back a lot of resentment towards him, and I didn't want that to hold me back and to hold him back, because I felt having that possible connection could have propelled him back into what he could be. So I took a chance. He begins to get a little choked up, and he says, well, it's getting late. I'll pack it in here. You just wake me up when it's my turn for watch. And he goes to his little tent and lies down in the bedroll he has laid out there. What do you guys do?
Probably the same, or else we just decide on watches and go to sleep. Want to see you guys got any marshmallows? You want to make some s'mores, or?
Thea wishes she had marshmallows. I'll take first watch.
Beat you to it.
No, you did not. If I fall asleep now, man, I'm not getting up.
Oh, that's true. You're all high and shit still. So. All right, I'll take second watch then.
All right.
As you guys are determining watches, some smoke comes off of the fire, and it kind of hovers there for a minute. And you hear an eerie...
I say, did anyone else hear that? I look at my joint. I'm like,
boy!
You guys hear that? Like, how strong is that stuff, Thea? Because I feel like it's affecting me.
I don't think it's this. Grancis?
Well, hello. I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore. Thank you for joining us for episode 32 of Dumbgeons Dragons, titled Fireside Reflection. It was a nice episode that I feel gave Tom, Carla, and Amy a chance to practice some NPC chat and continue treating NPCs as real people who have their own story to tell. Quick thing before we get into this business, go check out a new podcast called Tales from the Five Nations. It's an actual play podcast in the Eberron setting using the Savage World system, and it is super fun and very well done. It's put together by David Ginsburg, who is the creator of Tales from the Fandom and longtime friend of the podcast. I'm going to link it in the description below. Go check him out and show him some love. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Okay, the big thing today that I want to hit home is you only have 2 weeks left to get your entries in for our fan art contest. We've been loving every entry that we've received, so thank you. This is purely for us, anyways, to see what you think of our characters and our world look like, and reward you for that. I've put all the entries up on our new fan art gallery page at dumbdragons.com, crediting each artist, and will continue to do so as long as we are sent images and sketches. A reminder of what you can win. There are 5 amazing prizes. 3 of those prizes of a dragon scale dice bag made by Amy, a dice set purchased from Tabletop Loot, are available to any listener. Just submit an image of your fan art of Dumbgeons and Dragons with the DumbDragonCast hashtag to Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, or email, and you're in. However, if you are a patron, you have 2 extra chances to win sweet prizes, including 1 grand prize, which is the Dragon Scale Dice Bag by Amy, a dice set from Tabletop Loot, as well as your own copy of Xanathar's Guide to Everything, signed by the crew here at Dumbgeons and Dragons. And speaking of Patreon, we have giveaways going on there all the time as well. Congratulations to Gabriel Lynch for winning a D&D starter set and some Dumbgeons and Dragons swag as part of reaching our first goal on Patreon. You can check out all the tiers and rewards that we have at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. Over there, we are always trying to add value to our community for joining us and are currently running a poll to find out what our patrons think we should play next as part of our Dungeon Side-Scroller episodes. As well, we just announced that we will be starting a monthly live stream hangout in March for Explorer and Adventurer level patrons. Big things are happening over there, and we want you to join us. If you're new to the Dumb Dragon community, just in general, or if you've never done so before, something that really also helps every podcast is dropping a 5-star rating and review for the podcasts you love on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Podknife is another place you can do that. Reviews really make the world go round for podcasters in general and help us grow and reach more people. Because we specifically don't pay to advertise the show, you sharing and reviewing really helps get us into the ear holes of new people, which helps us grow and do more and bigger and better things. All of our social media links can be found at dumbdragons.com. And, we just started a new Dungeons and Dragons group on Facebook. Not a page, we have a page still, but as well a group. Link is in the description, where we have a small but growing community of people who love to talk about the show and D&D in general. So come on over, share your stories, share your ideas, and check us out there. The next episode will be out February 28th, when we will be joined for a super fun episode by Michael and Kyle from American Gods Cast. Let's see what's happening back at Fireside, though. Oh, and don't forget to send Carla some birthday wishes. She won't tell you, but she really does love them. Have a great couple weeks. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, you can hear me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
What's up, G-Man?
the smoke swirls into not a material form, but more of a ghostly apparition of Grancis. He says, I've been kind of hanging out following you guys for a little while. Must be on ghosts and wind and stuff. Maybe that just stopped it. Anyways, thank you for saying all those nice things about me. You know, the mashed potatoes, they were really good. You didn't mention the pancakes. I thought that would have come up.
Those pancakes, man, they were legendary.
I was thinking about them.
But, it appears, you know how ghosts sometimes get locked to things? And then they can't leave? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm locked to the grungs.
Do you want us to tell Thaddeus and get him to return them right away? You think you got to get them back home, or?
Don't tell Thaddeus that, because he'll just want to. You know, they're good for 6 months. I packed them full of seeds and stuff down there, and they should be fine. I think he really needs to be with you guys. I'll just kind of hang out.
Grancis, what is the afterlife like?
Right now there was a bright light, and then it's hard to keep myself together.
Did you go toward the bright light?
Yeah, and then it's just there. Like, I still see it. And he points over your shoulder.
Have you tried going towards it?
Yeah. And I keep getting drawn. Like, it's like I'm walking, and he's moving his arms, but he has no legs. They're kind of just a willy-wisp. But I'm not going anywhere.
Do you see other ghosts? Thea has a lot of questions. She's
I
very
know, me
interested in
too.
this.
This is amazing. We're building the whole afterlife right now. Russ is creating a world of fantasy.
Are we surrounded by spirits we just can't see?
I mean, there's some spirits everywhere. I mean, you should have known that. You're tapped into the nature of the everywhere.
How are your senses? Do they still function the same way, or?
You know, No, I can see everything. I can hear. Sometimes things get a little muddied with the hearing. It's like there's a barrier between where the ghosts kind of hang out and the spirits kind of hang out, and sometimes you can kind of sneak through and pop through, like I'm doing right now. But, I can't really hold anything to taste it. I haven't figured that part out yet. Gotta find someone to talk to back here.
Do you have friends?
I mean, I've been dead for less than 24 hours, so it's tough to make friends right away.
Yeah, it would be for you.
Yeah.
Thea says it though, like
Vicious.
really sincerely.
That was out of game laughter, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
cut
totally.
that.
That was out of game laughter. That was Carla laughing at Amy being hilarious, not Nulara laughing at Thea.
Well, no, Thea's being like really earnest. Like,
Yeah, no,
you're
totally.
a handful, man. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna need more than 24 hours there, buddy.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hopefully sometime, if all goes to plan, I'll be able to reach that light at the end there, and maybe I'll see some friends.
So you
and-
haven't got any like great knowledge that you could share with us that you didn't have before you passed.
Yeah, can you read our minds? Thea starts thinking real hard about stuff.
Big bag of dicks.
No,
Lucky
great.
guess.
Now, is it like a
God.
tote bag? Is it like a plastic shopping bag? Like, what are we going with here?
Oh no, I'm getting a visual of you and a dragon thinking of a big bag of dicks. Oh, I must be able to see the future or past or something. That's weird. No, I don't have any great ideas for you right now, but I feel like that I've become this plot device that if something needs to be said, it can be said.
Self-righteous of you.
Oh, I'm Grancis. But yeah, if I find anything out, I'll gladly let you know.
Okay.
Come up with some questions. I'll see if I can figure them out.
We were just gonna like go to sleep now. Is there
Oh,
anything
yeah,
we can like do for you, or
No, I just
just
want to
gonna
touch
watch you
base.
sleep, or
I'm gonna go see what's going on behind the muffly part of where the rest of the spirits. I see what's going on there. I'll just, if you think you need me, just don't tell Thaddeus that I'm here, because he'll try. He doesn't like spirits hanging in limbo. He likes to move things along. Just, do your business, okay?
is there any way we can contact you, or do we just have to wait till you pop back into our fire smoke?
Oh, I think you just gotta wait until I pop back, and he pops away.
Okay.
All right, well. You guys.
Hey, well, that's a thing, hey?
Just when you think he's gone for good.
Yeah, it's again just night, and you guys are.
Thea stays up.
ready.
I'm leaning against a log. I've put away my joint because I am on watch.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I take it seriously.
Everybody goes through the night, and watch is totally fine.
Cool.
You get up with the sun the next day, and Thaddeus is the last one to take the last little bit of watch, and everybody's packing up and getting ready to move on from the camp.
Perfect. And head into that Misty Forest.
Well, I was hoping we'd be moving on up to that deluxe apartment in the sky.
Well, eventually.
That's where Grancis should be heading, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Thaddeus says, Grancis, what?
You know when people leave you, but you just don't feel like they've left? Grancis
Yeah.
was that kind of presence,
Yeah. Yep, I know that.
Also, I saved a couple pancakes that he made, and they're in my pack, so it's like he's always with me.
How old are those pancakes?
Hard to say. And Thea kind of trudges off to the forest.
He put that same stuff on it that he put on the grungs, so it's good for 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. All right. So you guys start trekking into the Misty Forest. So there are different elven settlements within the Misty Forest.
Do I know any of those elven settlements? Do I have family anywhere?
I don't know.
Here?
Where is your family from, Thea?
Oh, no.
Don't look at your
no.
character sheet, because you guys never came up with family backstory.
I wasn't looking
Carla
for my
came
ca-
up with the fact that she has 6 brothers, but nothing about anybody's parents
I
or
don't even
lineage.
remember that. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
I can't be
I
held
know I'm a
responsible for
Mountain
anything
Dwarf.
that in game.
So everybody's
God.
homework for next week: pick a point on the map where your species comes from, and come up with where you come from.
Okay, good, because I can't do that right now.
No,
Today's not the day.
No, I said before next
I know.
homework.
Yeah, and you're going to need to text us that, because I will forget as soon as we stop recording.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, got it. I'm gonna go put it in my calendar.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys start heading into along a path of sorts, and it comes to a clearing that has a large boulder in the center of it and splits into two paths, one more towards the north and one more towards the south.
Anybody got a preference here?
How's south sound, everyone?
Good.
Sounds good. Good decisiveness, Flint. I like it.
I think we should just walk until we reach a settlement. I'm sure the elven villages talk to one another. If things are going down with Narenvane, they're all bound to know about it and give us some sort of information.
Mm-hmm.
Seems plausible, yeah.
I agree. We gotta find some people and find out what's going on here.
So yeah, you guys turn south and you carry on for a little ways, and you travel for a few hours, and you come to what looks like a small settlement. It's very quiet, though. Doesn't look like there's any people or anything in there.
Thea calls out, "Hello? Is anyone here?"
There's no answer.
And what do we see? Just like a few huts, or?
Yep, there's a few wooden huts of sort. Everybody make I assume you're looking around and stuff, so make an investigation check.
A nat 20. No, why are we rolling so well for shitty things?
Oh, well, I got a 3, so I just am staring at the sky.
Okay, I see stuff. You guys are picking your noses.
Nulara and Flint are a little more in the lead, and they're kind of looking around at the huts, kind of peering in, and it looks like there's been a scuffle in there of sorts. But then Thia and Thaddeus come up behind them and just, grab their head and point it up. And you look up, and everybody sees a second level to this settlement, which is a treetop settlement.
Trees.
And you see pulley systems that look like they lead down, but again, there's nobody that you can see walking along any of the gangplanks. There's nobody in through any of the windows that you can see or the openings that you can see. It looks like this settlement has been abandoned of sorts.
I call up. "Hello, my name is Thia Anastasia. Is anybody up there? We've come to help."
You call a couple times, and you hear everybody's looking around up, and you hear a growl come from behind you.
I spin around.
You are about 15 feet from a large, snarling winter wolf. Doesn't look like it's making a move to attack you, but it doesn't look like it's friendly at the moment.
Can I do an animal handling roll?
Do it!
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know what that means, but I never get to roll
Handle
for it,
that
and I'm pretty
animal,
good at
girl.
it. Oh, God. I threw it. I gotta try again.
You were so excited.
I was so excited, because I always try and do this to something that's clearly attacking us, and it does not work, of course.
It's like on top of you. You're like, animal handling.
Exactly.
You can do it with advantage if you want there.
That's okay. I had a good roll. I have a +6, so I'm pretty good at it anyway. So I had a 17. I'm like, "Hey, puppy, shh, 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 shh. Hey, you know, general dog chit chat like you do."
Sure. Yeah, so you step between Thea and the winter wolf, and you're trying to calm it down, and it seems to soften in its face and kind of give you a little bit of a confused look, but it stops snarling at you.
Like the dog head tilt?
Yeah.
Like I lean over Nulara's shoulder, and I whisper in her ear, "If you talk to me like that when I'm a dog, I'll bite you."
Hey, good idea. If you turn into a dog, can you talk to that dog?
We can talk to that dog. "Hello, are you a person in there?" I say it in Elvish.
The winter wolf doesn't say anything, and you hear from behind it come through the trees a bellowing, gruff voice that you've heard before calling, "Laska! Laska, come back!" And Delane Winterhound comes out. He says, "There you guys are."
Hey,
Delane.
Delane!
What's up?
How are you? Our airship crashed. It was kind of bad. I'm glad we ran into you.
Yeah, it seems like nothing really good has been going on anywhere. My reports clearly have been right, and King Melandrich is full of shit.
That's why his eyes are brown.
You noticed that, did you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty clear. So you've met Laska? Laska says, "Hey, what's up?"
What's up, Laska?
I was just gonna try and bite your face off, but you gave me the old good puppy thing, and it felt kind of nice. So I just felt you didn't want to do any harm.
Hey, appreciate it. Totally appreciate it. Hey, Delane, what have you learned? We've only been here overnight.
Well, I've been through a couple settlements like this. This one looks like they may have got warning before attacks came, but the last one that I was at is a slaughter.
Were you coming from the south, right?
No, he's coming from the north.
Coming from the north.
Waterdeep is from your current location.
Sorry, I'm having a trouble.
From your current location, Waterdeep is north and west towards the coast.
Okay.
So you're very close. Misty Forest is on the other side of the Serpent Hills from where you were when you were hunting for Varam. Mm-hmm. Just if you're trying to plot it out on a map there.
This is the first settlement we've come across. The others are looking worse?
Yeah, the other one that I went to, there were no survivors left. Everyone was killed by what looks like a dragon attack or sword. So it leads me to believe that cult attacks are happening and they have a dragon, which does not bode well.
We have actually seen that dragon.
You have?
Yes. Just yesterday.
Which dragon?
Big black dragon.
That one.
Well, that's more disturbing because reports from my agents from the Emerald Enclave state that a green dragon has been seen in the area.
So there's more than one.
Well, yes. I mean,
well,
we're fighting the cult of the dragon, but...
The cult of the dragon. Now there's two. They're going to need to rename.
That's fair. They also report that there is a settlement in the Misty Forest that is still standing, and that may be the best place to start. That city is Altend. I can give you directions. I'm supposed to meet up with some other agents, and I can come meet you after I'm done with that. The latest reports have them holding their ground right now, so everybody who may have fled from any of these other settlements might be there as well, and they may have reports that might help us.
How far away is that settlement?
It may take you a day to get there.
Okay, I guess point us in the right direction. We need a destination, and that sounds like a good place to start figuring out what's going on and where Narenvane is, and heck, if he's evil or not.
Just run of the mill stuff.
Heck.
Yeah, absolutely. And he gives you directions. He says most of the way there is pathed, which it looks like you've been following one of the paths from the edge of the forest, but you will have to cut through some area where there's not. So are you guys okay going through the forest?
Well, this is my preferred terrain.
Wonderful. Mine as well.
Preferred terrain. or something like that. Favored terrain. Yeah. There we go.
All right. Well, as long as you guys think you can make it okay, he gives you directions and he says, I will meet up with you. I should be only about half a day behind you once I get to where I need to be.
Sounds good.
And he calls for Laska, and they head off back into the forest.
I guess we head in that direction, I assume. Yeah? Yeah, friends?
Yes.
So you've been traveling for most of the morning now, and you walk along the path, and you get to the point where he said it turns from path to just open brush. And you start heading in there, and you feel, after walking a little while, you get the sense that something's been following you, Nulara especially. You see out of the corner of your eye flashes of different color, something small, not something large, and you hear almost faint laughter coming through the trees.
Okay, I'm gonna do a... Sorry, I had to find the book to, because I actually wanted to see what favored terrain got me, and
Sure.
some good stuff.
There you go.
So I guess we'll do a perception check to see if I, like, have an idea what is, I don't know, following us, or what makes that sound, or the light flashes, or whatever, just to see if I can figure out what that's all about.
Sure.
And my proficiency bonus is doubled, because I'm amazing at this. I'm going to perceive the shit out of this. 29? I got a 29.
Do you alert anybody to what you're doing, or do you stop? What are you doing when you do this?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Probably just kind of, like, slow down and do the classic SWAT team maneuver, like, hold up a hand, like, wait.
Yeah.
And, there's only 4 of us. It shouldn't be that hard to get their attention.
Thea gives you a big thumbs up.
Yeah, and I kind of just do what that Winterwolf did, and, like, cock my head and listen and try and figure out what's going on.
You listen for a little while, and it seems like the noise has stopped. And then you hear a snap of a twig off to your right. And you look, and there's like a rustling brush, but you can't see an animal, and you can't quite figure out at first what would be making the sound.
Who goes there? I don't think I just wait and let something follow us. I need to know. Drive me crazy.
You hear kind of a giggling laughter, 2 giggling laughters coming from the brush, and it's moving around a little bit more.
Show yourselves.
The rustling stops, and you see slowly coming up from behind this bush, small antlers, and then what looks like a human face. Big smiling, 2 of them. And they look like almost bearded sprites with huge, well, for their size, antlers on top of their heads. And they say, "Hi!"
Why did Google Hangouts change their name from GChat to Google Hangouts? You know how easy it is to say GChat? Real easy. You know how irritating it is to say Google Hangouts? It's a lot more syllables.
Just say Goog Hangs.
Just Google.
Goog hangs.
Now
You guys got some goog hangs?
Oh, those sweet goo gangs. So multiple reasons to be excited today is that it's Carla's birthday, and I watched a Royal Rumble 2 weeks ago. And it was pretty good, actually. You know, we're a wrestling review podcast now, obviously.
well, yeah.
Ooh, what would the name of that podcast be?
Well, not a very good one if all you're saying is very good. I'd like some more details, please.
Well, I mean...
Not about the actual wrestling, to be clear.
Yeah.
I don't actually care about that. About your experience of it, how sweaty people were, like funny things that happened, you know.
There was lots of sweaty hugs. Sweaty. There was a tag team. I think they were a tag team. One guy kept going up to his tag team partner and like gently caressing the small of his back.
Oh, that's sweet.
I wish I remembered.
Unexpected.
It was very he did take a heavy, think of a wrestling move, DDT suplex thing earlier on. I don't know if that's the move he took, but yeah, then was consoled by his tag team partner.
Do you think that they're partners in the ring and in real life?
You know, judging on their body language, it is entirely possible. And I wish I could come up with the names so that we could, of course, out them as, you know,
as a gay couple on our podcast.
Yes, what a public service that would be.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that was.
So we're
good.
going to rename this podcast to Horrible People.
well,
we should have
touched on
rebranded to that a
before,
while ago, yeah. And I've tapped out for my interest in wrestling.
Yeah. So
that's-
you're welcome.
That's all I have.
Yep.
Tapped Out. It's a 1-episode limited run podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect.
If you want to hear more wrestling, I'm sure there's a better podcast out there for that.
You know what? That would actually be a fantastic podcast. A
Maybe
group of
like
people
Tyson Fights on Max Fun.
who don't really like
Yeah.
wrestling, watching wrestling and critiquing it and calling it Tapped Out.
TM.
Tam.
That would be a very Magic the Gathering name too. So we could do a crossover thing.
Russ, I know you've been aiming for this Magic the Gathering thing to happen, but I just don't think it's happening.
He is trying so hard.
I know. I keep trying to manage his expectations on that, but the man's a dreamer. Like, you got to give him that.
To be fair, I haven't brought it up in a while, and it took
True.
wrestling for me to bring it up again.
You were
Very
desperately trying to segue into it this whole time.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to the podcast then. I'll cut all of that out.
That's all solid gold wrestling material.
We'll just do a natural cut here. And it's Carla's birthday. Happy birthday, Carla!
Yay!
Came with
Change
him.
your mind.
And if you change your mind,
I'm the next in line.
yes.
I didn't know the lyrics, or I would have jumped right in there.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Come on, we were
Trying to
having an in-character
heartfelt
conversation.
emotion.
It's never happened
I'm
before.
so sorry.
I'm giving you guys practice.
Don't say that like you just didn't plan stuff.
Look at all my notes.
I see one page. Oh, is that it?
Oh,
I
yeah,
was trying to
adventures sitting
practice, so I don't
around.
know if that's what you were doing.
You were
Yeah.
doing a
I was
fantastic
taking notes
job.
because I thought Carla was doing a great job.
I was trying to
I
remember
was
how
this is
I...
how
for
I
a
talk to
lyric
people.
that I could
Yes,
jump on.
exactly. I was trying to remember, like, what if I was at a campfire with someone I didn't know? Would I just stare at them like a psychopath, like Nulara always does? Or would I chat
Well, I'm
to
sharpening
them?
my axe while I stare at him, so...
Very non-threatening. Very non-threatening. He could
I
just...
had a pretty good chuckle when Russ brought Grancis back. I'll be perfectly honest.
Grant, one thing you should know is Grancis is my pride and joy. He was supposed to be the greatest NPC of all time.
I think he is. He's certainly the
And-
one we've had the most feelings about.
Oh, yes.
That's true, yeah.
Strong,
those
strong feelings
interactions.
about.
Yeah.
All those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I'm sorry. Is anyone else picturing Thaddeus like Sam Elliott?
Yeah, I could see
Well, I
that.
am now.
That is exactly like when because he's an older gentleman, a little rough around the edges. Yeah. In my head, he's Sam Elliott.
I like it.
perfect.
If anyone knows Sam Elliott and he wants to guest star on our podcast, please make that happen.
Ooh. Who are you talking to?
Anyone listening.
Listeners? Oh, anyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyone.
I meant like
Well,
one
I mean,
of us. I was
you're
like, well, you
more
know, I
than
am
welcome
close
to
friends
if you
with
know Sam Elliott, but I was more so talking to our listeners.
I was gonna say I don't know if Sam Elliott tweets, so I probably don't have a tweet venue.
And you know what?
But
I only
would
have
his
2 more
mustache
favors with him, so
That is the question. I mean, that's all we really need is the mustache to come on.
Wait, how many favors did you have originally?
4.
What did you use the first 2 on?
No kidding.
Can't say.
Oh, wow.
This is an incredible Sam Elliott mythology you're building, and I love it.
Quite the developing story.
She's going to come back in like a year and be like, now I only have one. Only one Sam Elliott wish now. And we'll never know what it was.
After tonight's episode, she's gonna go put it in her calendar for a random day.
Yeah.
Do it.
Vision
Bring up
board,
Sam
vision
Elliott.
board, vision board.
It's too much work. Vision boards.